How's everybody doing? Got a little distracted just now because I think someone was trying to send me a scammy scam. All right. There we go. There we go. So, how's everybody's weather? Ours is kind of today. It's all overcast and dreary. Yeah, it is. It is a bit warmer. Sorry, just trying to open this. But hopefully it'll get back to fall temps. Feels like summer temps. So I don't know. I just got this weird email. Weird PayPal email that I'm thinking somebody's wanting me to click on that email so they can get my deets. Here's a trick. If you get weird emails like that, go straight to the website on a different device. Do not click any links on emails because if it's a scam, they're going to get your information the second you click on that link. So, yeah. But, alrighty. I thought today we'd do an ephemera sale. Cheryl hasn't been feeling good, and then she also had some appointments today to take care of. So y'all just say a little prayer for her. Hopefully she'll start feeling better today. She was just all out of sorts. So did you guys take a look at the catalog? Originally, I was going to do just a straight ephemera, like we'll just go through the box. But then I started finding some stuff that I'm like, this is really kind of cool. So we're going to run through the catalog that I have set up first, and then if we have time, we'll go through that tub. I think I have about 15 tubs that size upstairs. we may have an ephemera addiction. This is just a little tiny bit. But what I was going to do, I had all intents. I mean, this week is really crazy because my husband is down in Kansas City. So I'm having to, deal with all the household kind of stuff with the animals here by myself. And I had to take my own packages to the post office. Imagine that. So I was thinking originally, I was like, oh, I'm going to pull some ephemera, like kind of like some junk journaling kits. And I still do plan to do that, but I didn't feel like I was pulling it together quick enough because a lot of the things I was finding, really, I didn't want to see anybody So I still have intent of going through all of this and making some ephemera type kits. But I also, as I was looking through it, I was like, I really need to start separating some of this stuff by their trade cards or, their calendars or their maps. You know what I mean? Um, and then go from there because it just, I started going down a rabbit hole and I said, oh, no, this is the way we're going to do it. We're going to do it like this first. And then we'll go through a tub. If somebody sees something they're interested in, then we can run it and we'll just start that way. I just have to start organizing this ephemera because it is just a hot mess. I think I have 2 totes like this size just of like the antique Valentines. I'm like, ooh, we're gonna be having some Valentine sales. So, alrighty. So I think the first thing we're gonna start off with, I'm gonna turn y'all around for this, is going to be this art style 10. So, because one is the heaviest item, but it's the most involved. It's a beautiful, yeah, right, right. Yeah, no, that's going to be Cheryl because Cheryl has no concept of what time it is. But it is a gorgeous, gorgeous 10. It does close. I just popped it open to make it a little easier to get into it. Like I said, it is called Art Style Chocolate 10. Now, it does have, other than the normal wear and tear, this part is bent down just a smidge. So I did update the start to reflect that. But the best part is, and here's, where you have your graphic. And look how thick that lid is. That's kind of crazy. But you're going to get it with everything that was in this. So, and I thought I would go through it and kind of show you all what is in there. Willie, those were so cool. I didn't even realize at first what they were until I pulled them out of the closet. And I'm like, what is this? And then I started looking at them. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're adorable. So first we have this little Valentine card that was in there. Then we have this little Father's Day card from 1938. And from what I can tell, I do believe this was like a little keepsake box from one lady. So there's a whole little letter on that card. There was one of these little cigarette cards that was in there. This little cornucopia. There are letters in here. Like this one is from 1918. I have not read any of these letters. So whoever gets this will get the pleasure of reading all of these. Look at the handwriting on there. So I have that one. And this is how I got it. I mean, this is how it came. There is another letter. This is like interesting. They put Esquire at the end of it. And look at this. Look at this address, U.S. Americas. That is interesting. I wonder if that came from like somebody overseas. And then there was this. Look how cute that is. It's almost like It reminded me of a telegraph. But look at the little pixies that are on there. And that's how it was sent. There is this little newspaper clipping of the Gypsy's warning. This is cool for your junk journaling. And I have not looked through all of this, so you're getting as much of a surprise as I am. So, looks like this person was in Red Cloud, Nebraska, which I do think Red Cloud is the Indian reservation down here. Another little letter. Another letter. Oh, this paper is so fine. It's like that vellum paper, that 1930, is it 32 or I don't know. It's hard to tell. I think it'd be cool to sit and just read through all of this. And I'm just, like I said, I'm very curious since a lot of this was addressed to someone in Red Cloud, Nebraska. There's no telling what information. Look at that. It looks like somebody's rendition. And then we have another. This is like on an old postcard, 1933. And a little Christmas postcard. Then we have a quilt article. And we have several little postcards. These are all to Red Cloud, all to the same person. And look at this one. It's all tied together. This is from St. Joseph Hospital. So this could be a lot of fun to go through. And let's see what else was in here. So the bottom of like the chocolate box itself is in here. We have a couple more postcards. We have, look, this is from National Biscuit Company. And it's an invoice. About a loan. That's interesting. And we have another letter. Apparently this person was in the hospital for a while. Oops. There's this old clothespin, a dried flower, and then the little liner from the original chocolate box. There's no chocolates though. But so you will get all of this as found, one money to go through. I just think it'd be really interesting. I always find it fascinating to read and see what went on with these people's lives. And I like I said, it's all from apparently one person. Oh, you're going to have to let us know what you find out when you read through this. The tin itself is just absolutely stunning. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with that. Alrighty. Next up. Thank you so much, Carolyn. So, next up is this little Whitman's Pleasure Island chocolate box. And this one is out of cardboard. I did look up the comps. So I did price it below what they normally go for on other platforms. It is like there is wear right here, but it is still intact. Like that little tear that's starting on the outside doesn't go through, and it's in really clean condition. A lot of times when I was doing the research, like you find just the lid and you couldn't find the rest of the box, but even that displayed would be a really cool display, you know, as a riser. If you use it as a riser, I would probably just put something on the inside to make sure that that lid doesn't end up, you know, like bowing down. So we will start that. Really, Kathy, that's amazing that you've been able to find some information about him. You never know when, you know, when I find these things, um, sometimes it's like really, like the people were important, you know, so I always like to look closer. Now, I have to admit that one I did not, you know, I just pulled it and I just said, hey, somebody would probably enjoy going through it. All right. The next item I have are these two little leather library books. And if you look on the back, you can see it is embossed, little leather library. And these came in a larger set. It's, you know, hard to find a whole set together. Usually you find here and there ones. I did give a break on the pricing. This one alone has excellent comps, but I just thought we'd put them together. They are leather and they're in really good condition. So if you are a collector of antique books or, you know, just little books in your vignette, these are excellent. This one is Salome by Oscar Wilde. But there's no writing. There's, you know, everything's in really good condition given their age. These aren't antiques. I can't remember off the top of my head when these came out, but they are old. And we will start that if anybody is interested in them. They're beautiful little books. Really, Kathy? I did not know that. I've never been down to Red Cloud. I've always wanted to go down there. There are some really good auctions as well that are down there. I know when I lived in Houston area, I think we went to Livingston and went to like the powwow festivals, stuff like that. You know, Red Cloud, I don't know. It's been a bit of a controversy, though, here in Nebraska. you know, there's been some problems down here as what can typically happen with how reservations were done. But I think now that they are finally, like, Nebraska recently passed it to where they could do casinos now. So they do have a better way to do income now, but they do struggle. I know that particular reservation does struggle with various addictions, unfortunately. Alrighty, the next item I have for you, these are called Mutoscope pinup girls. I think these were done in vending machines, if I recall correctly. So we have this one, and then we have this one, and the last one is this one. So this one is the one that has the most condition issues. I mean, it's not ripped, but it does have like a bend on it. So I thought I would bring it. Oops. Where'd it go? Okay, it's running. I just can't see it. So I thought I would bring it, see if anybody has an interest in the pinups. Alrighty. These are really good. It's harder to find the pinup stuff lately. Thank you very much. This is coming to you. And I did put, if you're a first-time purchaser with me, I did put in the host notes a discount code for called Bayou Bell for first purchase. Alrighty. Next up, we have this 1931 Tums calendar. It is complete. There's not even a bend on it. So you do have all your months on it. It's great advertising piece. It's in really good condition. It does have a little bit of wear on the two corners, but other than that, it's in great condition. So we're going to start that. This is really great. If you collect advertisement, you know, this can go really nicely. I've seen people frame these and then hang them like in their bathrooms and stuff like that. Alrighty, Willie, this is coming to you. Alrighty. Okay, next up, we have this guy. I have looked for him everywhere. I haven't been able to find him anywhere, but he is an articulated ambassador card, but he's Pinocchio. Look at him. He's so cute. The only flaw he has is right here. But other than that, he's in amazing condition. I would frame him, you know, just to make sure nothing happens to him. Yeah, he is adorable. I'm telling you, I was looking through my boxes and I'm like, where did you come from? But I just thought I will bring him. So I tried to comp him around what I saw similar cards from this company going for, but I could not find him per se, anywhere. Alrighty. And I will be moving everything over to the buy it now. So, you know, if you have a chance to think about something and are interested, you can find that there. Next up, let's see. This one is a little big. So if you collect airline memorabilia, this is United Airlines and kind of looks like they're in Hawaii, right? But it is in really good condition. I think this looks like 73. But it's basically a brochure of their, let's see how I can get this to display. I don't want to rip anything. But it's a display of like all their routes that they had at the time. Like their services. And look at these graphics. I do think this was based on Hawaii, obviously, when you look at the back of it. But I just thought this would be really cool. This would be really cool just framed, you know. So I thought I would bring it, see if anybody was interested in any airline memorabilia. It's in really good condition. There's no rips to it. You know, it just has the normal like age foxing around it, but the fact that it's not tore up was a bonus. Alrighty. So let's see. What do we have next? All right, we have another piece of pinup. This one is for All Men Transfer Moving Company. This is actually, it's 1952, but it's actually an ink blotter, and it is intact. But look at the little graphic on the inside. But it is intact. No pages have been removed from it. So we'll start it. If you collect any kind of pinup ephemera, this is a really great display piece. But like I said, the fact that it's not, you know, hasn't been used, usually like you can just find the covers of them. You don't usually find them complete. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're going to love that. It is a really nice little piece. All righty. This one. Now, I know this sounds high, but the only one that has sold went higher, and it was not as in good condition. This one is practically mint condition. So I wanted it to bring it here to see if anybody was interested. It's from the 1933 Chicago World Fair. It is Janssen Bathing Beach. On the back, you see all the information about Janssen Bathing Beach. Like I said, it's in mint condition. I don't even think it was ever folded. I only found one that was ever sold, but I am starting it at lower than what that one started for. Right, Dusty? That's like, okay. That was quite fascinating. You know, at first when I came across it, I was like, oh, this is like a paper doll thing. And then I started looking at it, I'm like, that's not a paper doll. Oh, that's going to be so good. That will be really cute. Right? The condition, it's like I said, if you look at it, I don't think they even folded it ever. So, yeah, it's in really good condition. And like I said, the one that did sell, it was in good condition, but it was mine's like mint compared to that one. So just want to get it back in its little sleeve here. All righty. Next up, we have this little Jack Sprat evaporated milk label. I have a bunch of labels that I need to just dig out and do like a choice sale. I was trying to find them last night and I just was like, I put them somewhere. I don't know where I put them, but I did have this one. So I thought I would bring this. These are great framed for a display. Again, it was never put on a can. So new old stock. Be great for St. Patrick's Day. Alrighty. And if any of y'all are like interested in labels, let me know because like I said, I have several of different Raggedy Ann. I have that. I have just multiples of them. Alrighty. Next up, we have these two New Weather Almanacs. This one is 1940 and this one is 1941. So even if, you're not into the almanac, kind of the ads alone in these are really good. These are in really good shape. They're not ripped or torn. Those are going to be great. That is a perfect display for those. So I thought I would bring these and see if anybody was interested in these. 2 for 1, basically. Yeah, Joe, you'll have to post some pics when you do your display. I would love to see that. I have like a antique smokers display. That if I didn't have that, I would probably do the risque. But I have like an antique humidor game table, and then I have antique spittoon, and then I have the little bugs playing their music, and then I have this really cool picture of 2 guys playing poker. Alrighty. Next up, we have the little spun heads. Look at this. It's an elephant. Lily, I don't know. I'm giving up my elephant. So someone took these spun heads and added chenille stems to them and put them on little toothpicks. So we have the little elephant. We have, I'm not sure what that is supposed to be. Maybe like a little skunk or something. And then we have this one. I think this one is a monkey, maybe. Have that one. There is a little pig, and his ear is in there. So it just needs to get reattached, but all his little pieces are there. Isn't he cute? I mean, look how tiny that is. And we have this one, like, this is probably like a bunny, is what I'm thinking. And then this one, look at this. This is a lion. Oh my goodness. So we have all of these little spun heads that someone basically did a little zoo with. I know there's some people are so creative, but I just thought these are adorable. Somebody needs to do something with them. They're too cute. They have been sitting in my closet for a while. We'll just say a while. Alrighty. Let's see. Okay. Then we have a couple of pieces of pottery before we get into the little ephemera boxes. And I thought I would bring them here. So we have the Harvest Haunt Polish Pottery Cat. So you've got the little gnome on here, a little bat, a little pumpkin with a hat, the spider, another pumpkin, another gnome, and a bat. And these are super, super cute. So I just thought if people are getting ready to decorate for Halloween, I would bring them here to you guys first to see if anybody would be interested before they get listed. But I just love these. Alrighty. And then I have one more. Another kitty, but a little different design. You have the spider. We have a little cat, the pumpkin and the bat, the cat, the spider, the pumpkin, the bat, and the moon. Again, these are Polish pottery. I know, I love these. I just thought they're so cute. But I picked up quite a load of Polish pottery that I'm just now getting around to going through. Alrighty. So, next up, do you guys want to go through this tub for our remaining time and see if there's anything that you're interested in? We can do that. So, alrighty, let's flip you around and we'll start going. If you see something that you're interested in, let me know and we can run it. So, first up, get you close down. This is a little ink blotter for Hotel Gillette. And you have the naughty little monkeys. So, and it is intact. And you got their calendar on the inside. This is from 1948. So, never used, completely intact. Yeah, that. And like I say, if you see something that you're interested in, just let me know and we can run it. We have, let's see. We have this little baggie, and it is full of stuff. So we have, this is interesting. So this is I think this is, let's see, what is this? It's like a little bag. It's a little embroidered little bag. It's not a hanky, but somebody made it. So we have that. And then we have several like trade cards. Look at this one with the puppies where she's sitting. And trade cards were basically the first form of advertising. So this one was for coffee. And I always think it's funny with trade cards, a lot of what you see has absolutely no relation. Like what's being sold has nothing to do with the graphic. Then we have trade cards that look like bookmarks for pianos. That was cute. So this is what I was saying. I need to go through and like separate out. Like I need a bin of just train card. Look at this one for Coco. How cute. Like she's probably thinking about shoving him off the swing. Just saying. And then we have one with roses. So this one's a little different. This one almost looks like an event description. And we have this one, the Youth's Companion. And again, I think it's like kind of like an event or an organization or something. I don't know. I had to do a little bit of research. And another one of the same. And then we have this one. And this one, let's see. What is this? This is for, I think this one was for baking soda. Yeah. So it's like a little recipe book of all these things that you could make using baking soda. Then we have like a clothing trade card. And another one. Typically what happened with a lot of this stuff is these came in auction lots. So this would be like somebody's collection that I ended up buying out. And this particular one, it was like everything that was, there were like 4 different lots. So this one is a Knights of Columbus little program. Then there are some other like little bits and bobs. And this is the kind, like things like this are what I will probably end up pulling to put into like some junk journal lots. Look at that. What a funny thing. Because these, they're too good to toss, but they would be good in like a journal lot. So this one is a birthday greeting from 1912. So that is cute. I haven't seen one like that. And we have this little booklet, the flag of the United States. Proper use, display of the flag. So this is 1927 is the copyright on that. That's pretty cool. And then we have some other, these are what would be considered your blank trade cards. Well, this one is for tea. And this one is for boots. But see what I mean? Like the picture has nothing to do with the business. Again, and for that same boot company. And then we have this little recipe book, Home Baked Delicacies Enhance the Fame of the Modern Hostess. Oh, yeah. This is, oh, look at that Japanese skillet cake. Those might be good. Fig filling. Yum. Oh, I might start getting hungry now. Dusty, I have a weakness for trade cards. I have a ton of trade cards. A chemical almanac. What? Look at this. Like sugarcane, cocoa, bismuth. That is interesting. Testing of diverse chemicals, where they're found, how they're made, who prepares them. First edition, printed for Merck and Co. This is interesting. Look at that. Goes into the history of the chemical, where it was found, what its uses were. Look at this sugarcane plantation in Cuba. We used to go to the sugarcane plantations in Louisiana when I lived there. That is probably some fascinating information in that. Huh. I'm telling you, I don't even know what's in these bins half the time. Look at this one. Oh, look how cute. Look, they're picking the flowers and then they're like, oh, bunny. Then we have another one. And another blank. We have some vintage cards as well. This one's from 1910. They're in there. There's some more blank trade cards. Oh, look at this. Look at this couple. Like, they just look really thrilled, like, with each other. Then we have a little brochure for a heating company back when you would get coal. Ugh. Kind of glad we don't have coal anymore. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? I have that. Again, this is Drinkers of Lion's Coffee. Nothing says coffee like a child getting water, right? Just saying. Lion Coffee. Again, another one for Lion Coffee. Oh, look how pretty that is. That is gorgeous. So this is Ceylon roasted coffee. And then we have this Dutch Boy Conquers the Old Man Gloom, a paint book for boys and girls. Oh, so are they supposed to paint the picture next to it? Looks like they tried painting this one. But overall, it's from a Dutch Boy Paint Company. Isn't that cool? Right, Kathy? I don't know. You always wonder about some of these pictures. This is not a postcard. It's like an advertisement for this company because it's really like thick. And then look at this ketchup. Columbia, ketchups and soup are the best, but she's graduating. Okay. And we have a little bank postcard. Successful farming. We all want to be successful farmers. Oh, look at this cool postcard. They're so pretty. The choice of the U.S. Navy. What is this? I should show this to Jay because I know her brother does military history. Oh, this is kind of cool. On the different battleships. Huh. Interesting. Hey, Penny. Look at this. Samoa chewing gum. And the gum. That's really awkward, being the one in the middle there. And we have another one for the vinegar. Oh my gosh. And this is for a piano company. Oh, look at this. This is so pretty. Is it open? This doesn't open. Look at the detail work. It's like all embossed and you got all those cutouts on it. That is pretty. And we have national brand needles, the little needle book. Right. We have a coaster. And then this is President McKinley and his wife. The Burpee Way. A little booklet on canning. When I think burpees, it's not canning. It's literally the exercise burpees. I hate doing burpees. Oh, look at this. This is like for carpets. Ooh, look how pretty that is. And we have another one for that piano company. Another one for the shirts and pants. This person liked the Knoxall cards. We have another one for coffee. She's playing with her little dolly. Because nothing says coffee like a little child, right? Then this is another one. This is coffee, first steps. Some of these would come in series. Look at this. Oh, look how cute those to our, and this is for baking powder. We're New Chicago, 25 cents. Yeah, whoever bought yeast for 25 cents? Not in my lifetime. Look at this. She's got a fly in her bowl. That is like a rather large fly. This is for Lion's Coffee. Oh my gosh. It's huge. That is so funny. That's a good one. That is a good one. And then we have this little Christmas card. Look at that. The truth about a lie. Pennsylvania Salt Manufacturing Company. So, recipes, suggestions, soap making, and other uses for lie. Well, that is pretty funny. I like their play on words. The truth about a lie. So that was what was in that baggie. Let's see. What else do we have? We can run through one more baggie before I have to go back to worky work. Who wants to work? I just want to play in the ephemera. So this one, let's see. This is, I think, a report card. Is it a report card? What is this? Ooh. What is that? Oh, it's a cow. Okay. It's upside down. The Oh, I wonder if this is like their yearbook photos. They're like made out of cardboard, like the little cigarette cards. And this is F and AM meeting. I wonder if that's his girlfriend. And then look at that. Senior high commencement, admit 1, 1942. So, no report card. I would have liked to have seen his report card. So that was in there. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, we we can't show that. There's some we'll just like a flash it. It's like, yeah, it's a men's light. I don't even know what that is. It's from Paris. And the subject is nudes. So yeah, it's old, right? But yeah. Awkward. So those we have, oh, look at this trade card. This one is French. So at first I thought it was astronaut, but no, they're dive suits, the old dive suits, and there's a fish. Isn't that funny? Sometimes I take these things and I'll put them into Google Translate to get an idea of what the ad was for. Oh, look at this. That lion. And look, there's a fly biting him. Oh, so we have this one. I think most of these trade cards will be, look at this. This is a photo of a bridal crossing. There's no rhyme or reason to this bundle. This was a whole bundle auction lot that I got. I'm not sure what she's holding. I don't know. The woman in the middle does not look very happy. I can say that. And then there's this little Easter tidbit. So things like this, would be good to put in like a junk journaling kind of a lot. And we have the Wise Men's Offering. Look at that. A little hymn on the back. And then we have that one. Oh, do we have a report card here? Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, well. He was, let's see, William, for the most part, was a good student. And I'm not sure what ended up happening here. He got a little distracted with something. I don't know. Yes, yeah. Unsatisfactory. Look at that. Now we give everybody ones because we can't upset them. Because giving them an F would hurt their feelings. I don't know. When did we ever start? I can tell you, once you go to work, then I care about your feelings. So I think those grading systems just aren't doing these kids any favors. So these would be good for junk journals. Oh, look at this. Errand boy. American Sunday School. What is that? Errand boy. It's like a little story. Very cheap library. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Then we have a few like little vintage cards that would be good and some junk journaling. We have, well, he got perfect attendance. And I just don't believe in coddling kids because I think that when you're doing when they switched over to that grading system of we're going to give everybody like participation points kind of grading, I mean, that doesn't prepare them for the real world. The first time you get an assignment and you're late on your assignment, you're going to get fired. Just saying. So, and we have some new old stock postcards. This reminds me of Bridges of Madison County. My mom and I went there one year. It was really cool. We stayed in a place called the White Lion Inn. It's a Victorian home. And then we've got Charles Street, History and the Growth, where to shop in Baltimore, because, we all need to know where to do our shopping. I always think it's interesting to see what people kept. And then, when they're, when they pass and their estates get auctioned off, I always find that most interesting things. The Beehive Cottage. And I'm always finding stuff I've never even heard of. So we have some postcards. The Amish. We have Atlantic City, New Jersey. Oh, I like that one. I like how that one is done. You know, too many times they're like, it's the same pose repeated, but this one's a little different. I like how they did that one. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. It's a little card. And I wonder, it's a birthday card and it looks like several people signed it. Let me get it out. I don't want to damage anything. It's in great condition. Look at that. Oh my gosh. And your joys be as lasting as nylon hose. Well, nylons don't last long. You get a run in them, you know what I'm saying? But like all her friends signed it. Oh, the colors are so good on that. And they nicely kept it in this little sleeve so it didn't get bent up or anything. Cute. Look at this little card. Isn't that so sweet? Oh, this looks like someone's drawing. A pencil sketch. I may have to put it in a little sleeve because it was laying loose. Look at that. Isn't that detail amazing? And they signed it. That would be really pretty framed. So I'm going to put that aside because I don't want it to get messed up in my little bag. Then we have some more blank trade cards. And this, look at this. Sorting and order filling department. And this was an advertisement for a photo service. Isn't that cool? We have another little trade card. And another little trade card. What was this one? This one just has like a little saying on the back of it. I wonder, is this another one of those cheap library books? 2 cents. The Enoch Garden. Look at that. Imagine. This must go with one of those cheap library copies. And here we have the Pocket Road Atlas. And this one is, when does it say it's from? When did they have the Corsica? So 2008, he traveled 16 states. 1988 was the last copyright on that. Well, that's kind of cool. I wonder, oh, he did. He wrote when he went to the different states. That's interesting. Oh, I may have to look this one up. Look at this. Missouri Pacific Lines Railroad. And it is like a, your ticket. So I'm going to have to look that up because I know some rail memorabilia can do really well. And I don't believe this rail is still in, like, it doesn't exist anymore. Look at this trade card. It looks like a rat and an owl. That is interesting. And we have the Thunderbird Lodge. This was 1960 Thunderbird Hotel. That is cool. That one's a cool one. Then we have some other like cards that will probably go like into a junk journal. No, what is this? The Warrington News and the bride, the weddings. Oh, so this is like an announcement. 1901, talking about this, what it, Bessie Wanamaker? And then, oh, this is so funny. This is funny. Oh my goodness. So it's like a little newsletter. That is hilarious. I don't think I'd want to be Bessie. So the way, if there's something that you see that you're interested in, I can run it on the fly. Other than that, I will probably, start sorting through them and listing some of them. And then this is a certificate of preparation, 1923. And then this is Pennsylvania Game News. So this is like somebody that would hunt information about deer, I suppose. So we have that one. Let's see, what else was in here? Oh, look at this. It is somebody's picture on here. This is another trade card. This one is for a play. This is on Romeo and Juliet. And we had that one. And we have a Happy New Year card. And then this one is for washing powder. And let's see, this one was for shoes. They're like their greeting, probably for their customers. Oh, how pretty is that one? This one was, again, for that boot company. So that is so pretty. And then we have that one. And this one was for dinner and toiletware for a China company. That's interesting. Alrighty. So Probably what I will do, I mean, if you saw something in particular that you're interested in, you can always message me at bayoubelleboutiques@gmail.com. But I'll probably start sorting this stuff. Um, and maybe we'll do like trade cards, like a, pick two or three kind of thing. And do like a choice sale, I'm thinking. Then some of the other stuff, will get bundled up into like a junk journaling type lot, or maybe a railroad lot, something like that. So if you think you're interested in something like that, keep an eye out, and I will. Yeah, and we didn't even get through a third of the tub. There is so much. It's insane. It is insane. The amount of ephemera I have. Yes, definitely, definitely. Message me. So thank you guys for spending your lunch hour with me. And I had to go back to corporate world. I'd rather sit here and go through ephemera. So with that, thank you so much. Yes, that one was adorable. Super, super cute. Yeah, definitely message me. It's I can offer you a much better price here than if they end up getting listed in another place. You know what I'm saying? So, all righty, guys. With that, we will catch you on the next one. Okay. Bye now.